Hi everyone, this is Christine. It is Wednesday, April 13, 2016. It's in the afternoon. I want to share something with you that came to me today. If you can understand this and you get this, I think it's going to help and maybe even heal. I know it's given me a different perspective. The serpent was cursed in the garden, and Adam and Eve got cursed also. Now Adam chose willfully, but Eve, it says that she ate of the fruit. She took it in. What really happened is she got bitten by the snake. The venom got into her, made her mad, or crazy, so to speak. And because it was running through her blood, any offspring she had, that venom was going to be in those people's blood too. And that's why we have such madness and craziness in the world. People killing each other, wars, bombing, stuff like that. Okay, it's just the spiritual venom that's running through them. Once the venom runs its course, people will come back to their right mind. We just have to help them in the meantime, or be patient, I guess. What came to me is, if the serpent is in the bloodline, the serpent venom is in the bloodline, and that means that all of us have a serpent in us. Now I know well, that's getting off track, so I won't go there. Serpents or snakes are reptiles. Okay, as for me personally, I never liked snakes. I never liked reptiles. If they came around me, I wanted to kill them. Cut their head off, stomp on them, whatever. I mean, I never did. I never came across them, and I never did kill one. But I just, in my heart, I just did not like them. And part of it was because also the history that I knew of the snake from the Bible. The snake gets cursed also. Okay, we know about that. Snakes are just another creature of creation, just like we are, just like any other animal. There's nothing evil or wicked about a snake. It is just another creature. And as a creature, it needs love also, just like every other animal. There's no reason why we should be cuddling puppy dogs and kitty cats and hating snakes. They're just different, that's all. I know some people make pets out of them, but I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that they're an animal that needs love also. They are misunderstood. They are considered ugly. There's a reason why English bulldogs are my favorite dog. It's because they're considered quote-unquote ugly by the rest of the world, or by a lot of people. And I just feel like the unlovable, again in quotes, unlovable, that they need love also. So I like English bulldogs because they're ugly and nobody loves them. And I just decided, well, I'm going to love them then, because everybody needs some love. Everybody loves the pretty puppy dogs, but nobody loves the ugly ones. So I decided I was going to love the ugly ones. Anyway, I'm getting off track again, but snakes are considered ugly also. And snakes need love just as much as any other creature. Maybe in a different way, because you obviously wouldn't hug or snuggle with a snake. So in a different way, but they need love also. So the spiritual snake that is in us, really all it wants is just love, attention, affection. It wants to be understood. It's tired of being hated. It's tired of people wanting to kill it, mainly yourself. You wanting to kill your own snake inside of you. And whenever somebody, like a snake, when it gets threatened or it feels in danger or like it's going to get hurt, it hisses at you and it snaps at you. And that's the venomous part of it, is just a protective measure. It's there to protect itself from people hurting it and harming it. So you look at people, whenever somebody feels misunderstood, they feel angry, they feel upset, what do? They sort of hiss, not verbally, but they'll give you like a glance or a look, like they're going to strike. And some people will even lash out verbally, yell at you, they'll snap at you. That is the serpent in a person striking out because they don't feel loved, they don't feel heard, they don't feel understood. So when you realize that there's a serpent inside of you, like a spiritual one, that really just is tired of getting pushed to the side, pushed to the corner, stomped on, it's being told to shut up, I don't like you, I wish you were dead because of the reputation the serpent has in the Bible. I mean, it's the devil, the serpent is the devil. The thing is, once the devil gets transformed, he goes from Satan to being Lucifer. And Lucifer just means light bearer. So once the Satan part of him is when he goes dark and becomes a snake. Once he gets transformed, he becomes Lucifer. And Lucifer is just a light bearer. What it is a light bulb. So once he gets turned on, the light comes back on for him and he gets reinstated back to his original position as a normal angel who bears the light of the divine. That's all it is. So when we realize that, and instead of trying to kill the serpent and hating him, because hating him is not going to heal him. Love is what heals a person. And the only reason the snake is lashing out is because he doesn't feel loved. He's crying out for someone to love him, someone to pay attention to him, somebody to understand him. And when he doesn't get it, he lashes out and he gets nasty. And the venom is just there to protect himself when somebody comes after him and wants to kill him or destroy him. He's really not a mean creature at heart. He's just had a bad rap. He's got a bad reputation. But that's not truly who he is. He really just wants to be loved. And that's the same with all of us. We really just want to be loved. This is what people will do also when they don't feel loved, when their internal serpent does not feel loved or understood. It feels beaten down. It feels like somebody's been stepping on his head. Somebody cut his head off. Somebody wants to kill him and just take his snake skin so they can make boots out of it or a purse out of it or something like that. The snake just wants attention. He just wants to be loved. He wants to be included. He doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy anymore. He wants to be included in the family. And that family is your interior. It's what's inside of you, and it's in your heart. So when people don't feel like they've gotten that love, excuse me, whether it's from a parent or somebody else in their life, if they don't feel like they've gotten the love or the acknowledgement that they needed or wish they had, what they'll do is they'll go out and try to make a name for themselves. Go to Hollywood, they'll try to become a star, they'll create a big business. They want to make some kind of recognition for themselves, to make themselves feel worthy, because their internal serpent does not feel worthy. because the serpent, it didn't get the love that it felt it needed and deserved. Instead, it just got hatred, it got put down, it got stomped on, which is what most people do to snakes because they hate snakes. But the snake inside of you, the serpent inside of you, he's crying and he's begging for love and for help and for healing, for acknowledgement. He just wants somebody to say, you know what, I see you, I hear you, I know you're there, and it's okay, you're going to become part of my life. I'm going to be friends with you. And we'll be partners. And buddies, and we'll help each other. And we'll heal each other and we'll love each other. The serpent can protect you. If you get in trouble, he's got teeth, he's got venom, he can protect you. But when he doesn't need to fight, just treat him as a loving animal, like every other animal there is in the world, who just wants to be loved and recognized and heard and understood. Guys, if you can get this, it's gonna heal you, it's gonna transform you. You're not gonna look at the Bible or the serpent in the Bible in the same way, because you know what? He's part of you. He's part of the inside of you, and he can help you. He can transform you if you let him. Just like Jesus, the serpent on the pole. If you looked on the serpent on the pole that Moses created, you were healed. The only people who didn't get healed are the ones who didn't believe and didn't look on it. That's why he went up on the cross. He became the serpent on the pole in order to transform and heal us. So the serpent is in you, but you got to transform him. And the way you transform something is by loving it. You don't transform it by killing it, stomping on its head, or chopping its head off. All you're going to do is kill it, but it's still going to be around because it doesn't feel heard. It just wants love. So you're going to have this hole or this void inside of yourself where this animal was that just wanted love. So instead of hating the serpent inside of you, instead of wanting to kill him and seeing him as a bad animal, seeing yourself as a bad person, love the serpent. Take him out of his corner. Take him out of whatever cage you locked him in, because you tried to sweep him under the rug and tell him that he was naughty and a bad animal and don't show your face around me. Because all you're doing is creating division within yourself. When you can bring the serpent out, when you can love him and become friends with him, then the two sides of you will have peace. And you'll be healed, and whatever internal war and fight that you have going on inside of you, it just goes away. Because the serpent feels heard, it feels understood, it feels loved. And love is what transforms, guys, not death. Killing the serpent will not transform him. It's just going to leave a big hole and a void in your life, and you're not going to know how to fill it. So instead of killing it, love it, accept it, transform it. And the serpent, guys, is the ugly part of yourself. Because when people look at snakes, they see ugly. Nobody looks at a snake and says, oh, look at how cute and cuddly he is. People look at a snake and they usually scream and want to run away from it. because he's viewed as being ugly. So a serpent, guys, is just the ugly part of yourself. You got to take him out of the corner that you shoved him in, and listen to him and understand him. Give him a great big hug and say, you know what, I'm sorry that I didn't pay attention to you for all these years, because I thought you were the nasty side of me. But you're not the nasty side of me. The only reason you were nasty and were hissing and lashing out at me is because I wasn't listening to you. I was shoving you in the corner. I didn't want to hear what you had to say. I didn't think you had any worth. I just wanted you gone. I wanted to pretend like you didn't exist. And in the meantime, he's been hurting and lonely, locked away in isolation, in some kind of a prison cell that you put him in, and he's got no friends, he's got no communication with anybody, because people don't like snakes. So everyone just shoved him in their own little solitary, seclusion prison cell. And the poor snake, he's been dying of loneliness. That's the part of you that's been dying of loneliness, guys. You gotta go get him. Go to that cell, that seclusion cell that you put him in, that you put yourself in, your ugly self, the part of you that you view as ugly and unlovable. Go to that cell, unlock the door and let him out, and go clean him up and take care of him. If you want to, put a little harness on him and take him for a walk outside. He's going to slither around on the floor, but still you can walk him like a dog, you know. Just put him at your side and make him your friend. Because he just wants to be loved. He wants the sunshine. He wants the good weather also. He wants love and warmth, just like you do, guys. You got to make friends with your inner serpent, and that's how you heal him. And when you heal your inner serpent, guys, you heal yourself. So this was quite powerful and impacting for me when I got it. And I wasn't expecting to get this revelation today, because it was actually quite shocking to me when I realized that I was a viper. But I am. We all are, actually. And if you can make friends with that viper, take him out of jail and just love him, because that's really all he wants, is love and understanding. And then heal him, guys. Heal that part of yourself. And it's going to set you free. It did for me. So I hope this helps, and I hope it's understandable. And 'cause I know it probably didn't make much sense, especially since the Bible, we know how the Bible feels about serpents. But this new revelation, it makes a lot of sense to me. And it helped me, so I figured I'd share it in case it helps anyone else. Have a great day, guys, and I will talk to you again soon in the next video, whenever that is. Okay, bye-bye.